veto comp. Gotta hang out with Quinn. Gotta hang out with Quinn.
You wish.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex and I would absolutely love it if you love this content. If you want to support me, if you want to support the channel, we are less than 300 subscribers away from 2,000. If you would consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. We are going to get into day 49 in the Big Brother house today, and this is obviously the aftermath of the renom ceremony. We had a blind side, we had people regretting their decisions, we had just chaos and confusion all throughout the house. So we're going to get into it, okay? Let's get into it. So we're just gonna start off after the veto ceremony. Leah uses the veto on Angela and puts up, and Quinn puts up Joseph.
Whoever would not have felt right watching you walk out
the AI arena is just the other.
And if it's in my hands.
So
I'm gonna eat it.
it'll be either of those two.
And I kind of
Joseph is.
Honestly, this example is
Maybe he'll.
You know, I can't say that I wasn't happy because the problem is players like Joseph get on my nerves. Joseph was storming around this house talking about how he's never been in danger. He's never been on the block. You know, he's telling other people, oh, you're probably going to leave this week. You're probably going to go. And you know what? There was something so sweet to me about Angela being able to turn around and being like, you said what? You told me I had no chance unless I was in the arena? You told me I had no chance unless I won? You told me that I burned the whole house so much that I was 100% getting out? Ooh, ooh, I love that karma. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Because Joseph has been on his Delulu all week and it's been crazy. So let's talk a little bit about the aftermath. We get back and Quinn, you know, Quinn was a bit annoyed, especially because he felt like he had convinced Leah to not use the veto. The entire day, Leah was really scared that Quinn was mad at her. Joseph, you know, all of these different people were mad at her. But Quinn, I don't know what Quinn was thinking. I don't really know what Quinn's like MO was because it was very weird where he was like, I was just, you know, like I felt like I just had to do something. And so he put up Joseph. It was just very random. Now, initially, right after the veto, it does sound like the target is still Chemo and Rubina for Quinn and the HOH crew. You know, that's kind of like, you know, who they want out. And when I say HOH crew, I mean Cam. So Leah genuinely likes Angela, but she felt like this is the right decision to make. She felt like there was a good reason to keep her in the game. And she also just explains a lot of how she felt like it was unfair that Angela was being put up and targeted like this. And those two have become closer over the past few days. So for her, it made sense. I agree. I've said from day one already, I totally agree with that. I think it is so stupid. The harem of people that just want to target Angela every week when it's like, Angela's not winning this game. Like, be so for real. You need jury votes. And Angela, I highly doubt will win this game. I feel like Angela will not make it to the end because Angela goes on the block every single week anyway. I don't know. Like, to me, I just don't understand targeting her every single week when she doesn't have allies. She's not a particularly strong competitor. I don't know. It's just, to me, I'm like, I'm not sure. So Cam, Chelsea, and MJ, they are also not mad about Leah using the veto on Angela. Chelsea knew at the end of the day that Quinn was not going to be putting one of them up, so she felt fine. Rubina also holds nothing against Quinn. So we get our first conversation with Cam and Joseph. So
I think that okay. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I tried to warn him. He didn't want to listen to me.
Basically, Kim is like reassuring Joseph and comforting him. We get our first kind of Joseph sighting, and he's telling Joseph, look, like, Quinn did not want to put you up. Like, he doesn't want you gone. This is not what he wanted to do. And that's what people kept telling him all day. Like, he did not want to put you up. He did not want to put you up. This is not what he meant to do. And this is the problem with someone like Quinn having so many final twos and having so many alliances, where it's like, when you have to make a decision, you're always burning somebody. Like, I feel like it's still biting Quinn in the butt that he has so many alliances. Tigor and Chelsea also have a conversation.
I'm realizing that I don't want to be one of the players who are playing a strategic, messy, kind of villainous game.
Yeah.
I want something with impact, something with...
And Tigor is once again really all into the girls' alliance. She is saying, look, I don't want to play strategic, messy, villainous game. I don't want to be a backstabber like that. I want to play a game with meaning, okay? I see a woman winning. That's what she says. She says she sees a woman winning, and she wants MJ and Leah here. So again, that's the subplot going on, that Rubina, Tigor, and Chelsea, they are all talking, and like, she'll be in like varying groups with various different people. Tigor, she would be in groups with Rubina, groups with Chelsea, and it was all this talk about the girls' alliance. When are we gonna finally solidify it? When are we gonna finally, give it a name, put a bow on it, and say this is the alliance? Newsflash, it didn't really happen yesterday. Tigor and Joseph also have a conversation
last night that he would almost have to, because that was on the outs of the vote. And
I want you to know.
What's that?
I want you to know I don't respect the decision he made at all.
Yeah, I get it.
And he says he had no idea that he was going up, but overall he said, look, like, I would have had to, because Quinn was on the outside of the vote beforehand. He felt kind of burned. Joseph is acting like he understands what's going on, the reasoning why. You can definitely tell that he is in shock and hurt and like spooked. Like, I just think it was one of those things where, like I said, 2 days ago, this man is running around this house telling people, you're not a threat, you're not a threat, I'm great, and boom, life hits you fast, real fast. Tigor does say, though, like, look, Joseph, I don't respect the move to put you up. I don't think that it was, that it needed to be done. So Tigor makes that very, very evidently clear that she's not on board with this. But overall, he says he is not mad at her. It sucks because he had Quinn's back, and it's not that he thinks that Quinn doesn't have his, but this is all just a big shock to him. So Tigor and Chemo also have a conversation. They're just talking about the fact, obviously Chemo's still on the block. Chemo's like, I really, really want to stay. I really am going to try my best in the arena. But at the end of the day, I can't control everything. So if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Tigor, once again, is talking about how Quinn really messed up, especially when, like, it comes to choosing a winner. He says that, like, most people are still women that are in the house. So basically, by putting up Joseph, who could have been an ally for him, he is allowing the girls' alliance to get stronger. That's what Tigor is essentially trying to say. Now, Joseph and Angela have a conversation.
And I'm really sorry that you were put up. I did not see that coming. No. I didn't even see her using it on me, to be honest.
No, I know.
I didn't even ask her to use it on me, Joseph.
I know. I believe you.
I didn't. The only time I asked was in my speech. And even that was like...
Yeah, and I'm sorry if I made you feel like...
And first off, he apologizes to her tenfold, saying, I am sorry. I'm sorry for what I said to you the other day. Like, he is coming with his tail between his legs, literally head down, apologizing to Angela because he knows he looks crazy. He apologizes multiple times, says, like, she's like, look, I forgive you, Joseph, but it's just the fact that you counted me out. You didn't even consider that there's a possibility that Leah could use it on me. You didn't consider that. You just automatically assumed that I was out, and that hurts. You know, he says, look, the irony is not lost on me that I have to take the advice that I gave you the other day. And I was like, I love this. I'm sorry, y'all. Joseph really, for me, like, I had a week where I thought Joseph was getting, you know, climbing the ranks up a little bit more, but Joseph's cockiness and arrogance is going to be the death of him in this game. I really think so. So Leah and Joseph, they have a conversation, and she says that she did not know or expect that Joseph was going to be a part of this, that he was a possibility to go up.
I just feel like bad in all totality, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, that was never my intention, just so you know. Like, I never want that to be, like, I even like was holding T-Core's hand, like she's like shaking to death, like when he brought.
She said she did not make her decision literally until yesterday, that day. And overall, she kept Angela because, once again, Angela is one vote for her in the jury, no matter what. At least that's what she believes. She says, look, the house was never really with me in the first place. I've always been kind of by myself. So I wasn't really afraid of turning on everyone and getting everyone upset. She says she's always been having to prove her loyalty in this house. And so therefore, you know, she just didn't really care about the decision. Joseph does say he is really worried. He did mean it when he said he would never choose anyone over her, but he is really worried about what may happen this week. So Quinn and Leah have a conversation, and Leah, you know, basically admits that she wants Chemo to go home. That is kind of who her target is. And overall, Quinn is like, your plan worked, you know. And she starts to explain what her overall plan is, but it gets cut short, like the camera cuts. They also really want to reassure Joseph that they are with him and that he has the votes to stay. So the feeds go down for quite a while because they have a Labor Day party, and they come back and we are met with a conversation between Chelsea and MJ. Chelsea is saying, look, one of us two or Cam needs to win the HOH, but they would also be okay with the potential of Leah winning the HOH. So Joseph and Cam are talking. Cam is showering at this point, and Joseph is just telling Cam that he's pretty much a lone wolf at this point. Cam tells him, look, play it really cool this week. You don't need to campaign super hard. Again, you're not the target. Quinn does not want you to go home. You know, you really are not the person that needs to be doing too much, which don't follow that advice. Don't follow that advice. Always campaign for your game. Don't ever be that person that is too comfortable thinking that you're not going to go home, because that's when you do end up going home. Cam says Quinn did not want to put him up. And Joseph says, yeah, like I know that kid loves me. I know that he didn't mean to do this. And I don't know. It's like, ooh. Now, Joseph does have a camera talk a little bit after this, and he's basically saying, look, I got screwed over by the two people I trusted the most, and they can't even get their story straight, meaning Quinn and Leah. And again, you can definitely tell that Joseph was shocked. He was spooked that he was on the block. Joseph and Quinn have a conversation, and Quinn is wondering if sending Chemo home is the best decision.
People's thoughts are.
Okay.
But I don't know what's more realistic for people to jump on top of.
Right.
I feel like Rubina is a better player, and that's why the reason it would be harder to send her home.
He says he's not sure, like, where everybody else stands with that, but that's kind of what he wants to push towards. He does feel that Rubina is overall a better player, which would make it harder to send her home because of that. Now, Joseph thinks the opposite. He says, like, you know, Quinn's like, but look, Rubina's making alliances with a bunch of people, and I think that people respect that more rather than Chemo, who's just self-isolating. He's not really talking to anyone. He hasn't really tried at all to campaign for his game. And T-Core also mentions that at some point, that Chemo's just been kind of self-isolating. He's a have-not. He's on the block. And yeah, we don't really see a lot of Chemo. He's just kind of sticking to those two, Rubina and T-Core, and not really talking with anybody else. So Rubina, Joseph talks about how Rubina went up to her saying, look, like Rubina told me that, that you said that she and I are safe. And Quinn is like, yes, I told her that is my interest. And also that MJ and Chelsea are down to keep Joseph. So Leah, Quinn is saying, look, Leah at the end of the day valued a pawn over a knight, taking off Angela, So she really valued a pawn, And that's why he feels like Angela came off the block with Leah. Now, Joseph and Tikor are also having a conversation, and in this conversation, Joseph is incredibly emotional. He's getting very, very choked up about Quinn and Leah putting him on the block. Just thought it was kind of funny because it's like, remember that hidden final two that you have with Tucker? That everyone just found out about? Life hits you fast. But he gives the same spiel where if she votes to keep him, he will not put her up. He will keep her safe no matter what. Tikor says, look, a lot has happened during the last week, so I can't give you a 100% solid answer right now. Joseph and Angela also have a conversation, and, Angela starts off by talking about how she was really taken aback by what Joseph said.
Get emotional when people call me out like Quinn did. Like, it's whatever. Like, I get it. Yeah. I even made a little funny. Like, I object. Like, it's I saw it coming. Like, I'd have to be dumb not to think that was going to happen. Yeah. So it wasn't a shock or anything.
But she didn't take it personally. She just kind of looked in the mirror at herself and saw where she needed to maybe improve herself. Again, she says she was the most offended by him not even thinking that Leah could possibly use the veto, that there was just no chance for her in this game. Overall, she says she has not lied in the game, maybe some little white lies in the beginning, but she's tried to keep it honest. But she knows that she needs to stop being so emotional when she's called out, especially in situations like when Quinn called her out and things like that. She just knows that she needs to stop being so emotional. Again, she says that she was very hurt by the things he said. But overall, he's like, look, like, I would love your vote to stay. He is 100% sure that Leah is voting for him to stay. So he says, I'd love your vote. I'd love your vote to stay. She does ask, like, look, where do you stand with Quinn at this point? And he says, if it's between us, I don't really feel that safe with him right now. I don't feel super good about him. I don't know what's going on. So Joseph and Quinn also have another conversation. They have like 3 conversations yesterday. They had
I feel that way about you. So it's like, why would I come after you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have anyone else, really.
bunch. Joseph wants to talk to Leah once again to let her know, like, he's not mad because, again, Leah was so worried, regretting everything. She didn't know that Joseph was going to go up, so now she's feeling really guilty about everything. He says at this point, like, I wouldn't come after her. Like, I wouldn't come after Leah. I literally don't have anyone else, so why would I be mad at her? Tikor did ask about if Joseph was given a heads up that Tucker was being voted out, so he's telling this to Quinn. Quinn was like, I thought it was obvious, like, duh, of course you were given a heads up. And Joseph was like, well, I had an idea. I didn't know 100%, but I had sort of an idea. So Tikor and Rubina are talking about the Girls Alliance yet again. They want to form the Girls Alliance today. However, Tikor said she needs to have a few more conversations. So maybe they'll form it tomorrow. Rubina said that Angela told her that she would keep her no matter what, and they don't even need to talk about it. And again, they talk about how Chemo has been self-isolating, how he's been a have-not, how he really needs to get out there because it is rubbing people the wrong way. So Joseph has a little bit of a cam talk, and this one is just mostly a reflection on his game.
Nothing to shake your head about, so. Still gonna fight, still gonna do my best to get the votes. Still gonna do my best in the AI arena, but this is it for me.
He says, look, I'm still gonna fight. You know, if this is the game I played, I am super happy. I thought I was gonna get voted out first, and I made it more than halfway through. I'm really proud of this game. Of course, I'm not like rolling over and giving up, but he's just reflecting, and I don't know, I was a a little touched by the conversation. I still think karma, but I was a bit touched by the conversation that he had with the camera. Leah and Joseph have a conversation, and Leah at this point has gone to let's throw Quinn under the bus mode.
I just like truly didn't believe that you were going to be the renom, and like now I feel worse because you are, but like at the same time I think that like,
because she says, look, there are many other people that Quinn could have considered putting up rather than putting you up. You know, she is essentially implying that, you know, Quinn was kind of selfish for this move and that he prioritizes others over his own alliance members. What Leah's not understanding is that every single person in this house at some level is an alliance member with Quinn or has been an alliance member with Quinn. Now, Joseph says Quinn promised that he would not put him up and that he'd make it to jury. And my biggest question in hearing this whole conversation was, is Leah playing both sides, or is she really upset at Quinn? We don't know. So Leah and Quinn do talk after this, and they agree that everyone loves Chelsea and T-Core. Quinn does like Rubina on a personal level, but is still not convinced that she's not just waiting for a chance to bite, you know, to take a shot at him. Leah does feel like the weakest players socially are Chemo, Cam, MJ, Joseph, and Rubina. So basically about everyone in the house. And they just kind of, again, go back and forth on everything. And again, it's still not clear. You know, we end this night off today. It was only Monday. So we really have no idea where things are going to go. Knowing this house, things are going to flip 3, 4, 5, 6 times before we finally make it. So a couple of things of note. Number one, Angela, Rubina, T-Core, they were discussing the girls' alliance, and they are all for it. Angela says Chemo could be an honorary member. And yo, Ange on the feeds last night, she was a little crazy, okay? She was talking about her husband, how she misses the boom chicka wow wow. I was like, Angela, baby, they give them alcohol? Anyway, that's all. That's where we're at. So again, chaos after the veto, people feeling blindsided, and we have, like I said, today is only Monday. Today is only Monday, so we have literally 2 more days. 2 days plus the day of the eviction beforehand for things to flip. So yeah, if you made it to this point of the video, that means you liked the video. So I would greatly appreciate it if you would help me to drum up engagement on the videos by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. It all means so much to me. Like I said, I am less than 300 subscribers away from 2,000, and I would love to make that goal by the end of September. So that would mean so much to me. Big thank you to those of you guys who always support the videos, are always here. Please make sure you are subscribed. You have the bell on so you know when I drop these recaps. And make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube does that crazy stuff. Anywho, we're going to see. I think there's going to probably be at least 2 or 3 more flips. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow in the next one. Bye.